All right. How's it going? I'm gonna make this quick video real quick before I go in and grab this Uber Eats order. I want to talk about strategy real quick. Okay, one of the main things that I want to talk about with strategy is how to make money, how to obtain money, and I'm gonna give my strategy for an example. Okay, I like to say I have big apps and little apps. When I say big apps, I'm talking about Roadie, GoShare, Load Up, catering apps. Small apps, DoorDash, Uber Eats. Okay, I have my main bank account and I have my small app bank accounts. When I say my main bank accounts, what I'm talking about with that is the GoShare, Load Up, Roadie, and the catering apps. All that money goes into my main bank account, to pay bills, get food, things of that nature, keep gas in the car as far as keeping a full tank. My small accounts, I say with Uber Eats and DoorDash, they have instant payouts. So they have their own little accounts. You have the DoorDash account and you have the Uber Eats account, as far as when your money is deposited into those accounts. Okay, what I do is, and this may not seem like much, but when you do like your DoorDash, excuse me, it's hot out here. But when you do DoorDash, I try not to go for when I accept deliveries. So I will accept $7, $6.50, $7 orders to go 2-3 miles. That doesn't seem like much. I know a lot of people feel like, oh, that's a waste of time. But I'm telling you, a smart person will know how to take little money and grow it into big money. And the way that you do that is you obtain that money and you spend less out of your account. Let me say that again. A smart person will know how to take little money and grow it into big money. And once that money hits that account, hits your accounts, you spend less as possible. Okay, it has to make sense, basically is what I'm saying. So you go out and let's say that you multi-apping with the DoorDash and Uber Eats, and let's say one day you make $40 in DoorDash and $40 in Uber Eats. Oh, this is another thing I want to talk about. I have my Uber Eats connected to my DoorDash because I like to send the money that I make from Uber Eats into the DoorDash account. So if I made $40 in DoorDash and $40 in Uber Eats, what I would do is I wouldn't send the whole 40. I would send, let's say, maybe 25, 30 from that Uber Eats account into the DoorDash. So now that's about what, 70, 75 is added up. And let's say that I wanted to get some gas. I typically don't fill up my gas tank off the Uber Eats and DoorDash. So let's say I take about 30 of that and put it in gas, just enough to keep taking these small routes for these orders. So it's like I'm not really burning gas, but I'm also gaining money. I'm gaining $7, $8. Sometimes you'll get a $15 order, 12. So as you do that, and each day, if you're spending less for gas and taking the small routes, you're making more money than what you're spending. So now your money is adding up into that account. So now I got my DoorDash account, instant payout account building up, because not only am I letting that money from DoorDash add up, into that account, I'm also transferring money from that Uber Eats account into my DoorDash account, which is making it more. Okay, it says order is ready. So that's that Uber Eats order. Okay, let me hit okay real quick. Now with my main bank account, what I would do is when all that money hit from, like, let's say Roadie, the catering apps, Load Up, and GoShare goes into those, to my main account. Like when I pay bills, get food and everything, I'll take some of that money and let's say I'll fill up the gas tank. And then what I would do is I would do that. Then I would go back to the smaller apps, and now I could take more trips on the full tank. And let's say at the end of that day, I did a few miles, not that many, but I made a lot of money from the Uber Eats and DoorDash account. I take a little bit of that, put it back into the tank the same day to keep it on full. That way it'll stay close as full, as possible. So it's all about having a strategy, and you letting that money build up because you want your money to build up because maintenance, tax purposes, And plus you want to put money up for your retirement, you know, because this is 1099 work. So you are your retirement because you are your own boss. But it's all about having a great strategy and a creative strategy, and you want to build money. I'm gonna say this again, you know, I said it earlier. What you want to do, it don't make sense to a lot of people to say, well, I don't want to get out here and do DoorDash and Uber Eats. Those small apps, I'm telling you, they can help you a lot, and they can be rewarding if you know what you're doing with it, because you can take small money and grow it into big money. I'm telling you, you know, because a lot of those food orders, you know, may pay $7, $8 to go maybe 3, 4, 5 miles. But if you know how to add your money up and let it, you know, build and obtain the money, I'm telling you, it will grow. It'll grow into bigger money. You know, and I'm starting to realize maybe this is how millionaires become millionaires. They know how to take little money and grow it into big money and spend less. So I'm learning this game. I've been doing it since 2022. I'm learning more and more about it. I'm learning how to take the simple income and grow it into bigger income by letting it grow into my bank accounts. So anyway, I got to go ahead and grab this order real quick. I just want to make this video about that on strategy real quick. Y'all subscribe to the channel, comment up under the video, give me your views, your thoughts, and opinions.